We have a V8 4.6 liter General Motors engine, and we're going to go through the steps in replacing the water pump. It's very important before you do any repairs to a cooling system that you flush and drain the system thoroughly. We have an engine that's out of the vehicle. This will allow us to show you the repairs up close. This repair is done with the engine in the vehicle. The water pump on these engines are driven off the back of the cam by a belt. In order to gain access to the water pump on your vehicle, you may be required to remove some other components. Remove the water pump drive belt and the 4 cover retaining bolts. Remove the water pump cover plate. You may be required to slightly tap it with a rubber mallet to remove. In order to remove this water pump, you'll be required to use a GM water pump socket. The socket teeth engage the retainers on the body of the pump. These are available at most auto parts stores. To remove the pump from the water pump housing, you will turn it clockwise. Inspect the O-ring on the water pump cover plate to make sure it's not damaged in any way that would hinder its reuse. Due to the condition of this O-ring, we've elected to go ahead and replace it. Before installing the new water pump, thoroughly clean the O-ring surface areas. To help hold the water pump O-ring in place, we use a small amount of sealant in 3 locations. When installing the water pump, be sure and locate the small tab into the appropriate location of the housing. Using the GM water pump socket, install the pump turning counterclockwise and torque to 73 foot-pounds. Reinstall the water pump drive belt. Check the belt tensioner wear indicator, making sure it's within vehicle specifications. Install the cover plate and torque the 4 retaining bolts to 89 inch-pounds. Refill the cooling system with coolant and distilled water to manufacturer specifications. Start the vehicle and turn the cabin heater on high. This will help bleed the air out of the system. Allow the engine to reach operating temperature and check for leaks. Shut the engine off and allow it to cool completely. Top the recovery tank off to manufacturer specs.